Hello everybody and welcome back to my time at Sandrock in an episode that is going to be a bit of an indulgence for me and hopefully interesting for you as well. So we are going to start today's episode by checking how full my inventory is. Okay, it's empty enough for what I need to do, I think. And let's give it a quick sort out. Oh, interact. Yeah, give it a quick sort out. See if I can get a few more things into it. Probably not, but that's fine. Okay, so today we are going to build something very fun. And to do it, I need to move a few things. Okay, let's go into edit home mode and see what I want to do here. Because what I want to do is build a factory for all of these guys. Do I want to do it across multiple rooms? Or do I want to do one big room? Well, the first thing probably I should do then is to have a little look at the things I bought last time, which are these. Wherever they are. Look, I got my medal. I can put that on. I can equip it for 42 defense, but that's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually like way better than what I've got on right now. Okay, well, that's a good start. So, factory control panel. No, it's not that. It's the factory. No, it is the factory control panel. But I don't know whether it only works on one room or whether it would work on several rooms if I needed another factory control panel to do other rooms. If I wanted to split things up. Not sure. So probably for simplicity's sake, I'll start off with one building. I'm kind of thinking that one building could be where this is right now. In the corner over there. Yeah, I actually think that would be quite nice. So let's just try let's just try that. I'm too excited to speak about this. I'm very excited. Okay, so first things first, I would say let's move. I reckon something that big would be fine. Maybe that big. Let's move the big water tank over here. And my dew collector. My dew collector will probably need to remain outside, I would imagine, or it probably won't collect too much dew. Thinking about it. Move that big guy into the middle of the yard. That gives me a space here. I think I'll move that tree. And probably these two as well. Probably want something about that big. Got a lot of machines, but in this sort of environment where they're all tucked away into a little house, that's not as bad. Okay, so let's control select again. Fruit fly tried to get in my face then. Assemble group. Move all. Why does it do this to me? Oh, because somehow it's taken that as part of the group. That's why it's doing that. Interesting. Okay. Let's disassemble the group and start again. Assemble group. Move all. So that should work now. Oh, except one got left behind. One poor little thing got left behind. Okay, so let's go with this one. What are we doing now? Okay, so disassemble group, back. Try again. So sometimes it's a little bit picky. Movement group. I'll just move all here, and I'll just move that one individually afterwards. That's probably the best I'm gonna get. Considering how fiddly it is, that is the best I'm gonna get there. Okay, back into back into movement mode. So those are at least a bit more out of the way. So now I need to build myself factory. We have factory like rooms now. That's super interesting. They can be quite large. They can only go about that big. Okay, that's fine by me. I will move that into the corner a little bit. Change appearance. Do I like the factory style, or would I prefer to have it in a majestic room style? Or would I prefer to have it in a wooden house style? Stone house style. Oh, I see, it's the same factory look. With some trim. I have a bit of stone trim on our factory. A bit of wooden trim. I think wooden trim looks nice on the factory, actually. Okay. Then we're going to need a door. Setter's factory. Setter's greenhouse. Oh yeah, I'm going to need a greenhouse as well, aren't I? Set as factory. Yes. Confirm. Then I'm going to want a door on it. At the very least. What screams factory to you as a door? Maybe that one? And then maybe a wide... The wide glass windows actually now suddenly make sense. Yeah. They look good on the factory, don't they? Yes, they do. Right, do we want to give it a roof? Maybe a triangular metal roof. Yeah, that might be quite cool for a factory. Oh yeah, She-Lab's factory. And then I think maybe She-Lab's greenhouse will probably go there. But I think for now we need to move all of the machines inside here. If they will fit. That is the thing, isn't it? If they will fit. I can expand it if they don't fit. But let's just see how much I can fit in there for now. There's going to be a bit of trial and error. So that's how we turned it into a factory then. Good to know. Actually, for now, these guys can sit outside. Let's start taking the furnaces in. I'll start with this one furnace. And let's see. See what we've got in here. This is my factory. Okay, it's looking nice. I'll put things however I want in here. I can pick the control panel up and put that somewhere a little bit less horrible. Maybe, but actually by the door is a perfect place. So I can interact, and so I can have a look at the smelting, cutting, polishing. .0 out of 0 though. considering I just put a smelter in here. Let's see. Water, work table. I can make machines in here. Civil recycler. I'm assuming that we're supposed to put all the existing machines in there. Cutting, forging, tailoring, blending, jewellery. Let's put one of the grinders in. Civil grinder. See if that gives me anything. Try recycling. Yeah, let's bring in some recyclers and see about recycling. See if I can start recycling. See what happens. I'll bring recyclers in. They're all working at the moment, sadly, but pick that one up. Maybe I could put it in my inventory and let's see if I can do anything with that then. Blending. So I want to smelt a brick. Add to queue. Split into queues. Amount to be made. 1. Confirm. It says I don't have enough smelting power to do that. Repair, so that can adjust things. Blueprints. Make bricks into stone. So this is all how the factory used to work. Mostly. It doesn't seem to be picking up that I'm giving it smelting power. Am I putting these things in here? Oh, here we are, smelting. 1 out of 0. Maybe it's out of range over there. No, still 1 out of 0. Hang on. Yeah. Ah. Bring in a recycler. This doesn't seem to be working very well at all right now. Which makes me really sad. Yeah, I've got 2 recyclers in my inventory now. So it lets you check and control your factory and is placeable in your yard. Maybe I could put that somewhere. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's something to do with having moved it from outside. Let's see if I put this down, if it gives me any... Oh yes, it does. It just connected. Right, I need to put these fully into my inventory and then put them down. It looks like it just connected itself. Yes, okay. You can't just be lazy. You have to put it into your inventory by pressing T and then it will start to pick it up and understand. Oh. So, We've now got 4 smelting power, 4 polishing power, and 4 recycling power. So I could start recycling copper scrap and I can add all 24 of it to the queue now. So my queues are now massive in the factory. So people that don't use factories, you should, because you can start queuing everything. More than you'd be able to on your own. But obviously what I want to be doing is giving it queuing power! I may need to take things outside and upgrade them and things. So what I need to do is now start picking things up and putting them into my inventory fully. Factory information board. So why don't we put that kind of like outside the factory? And then I think I can interact with the factory. Yeah, and that just connects to the one inside without me having to do anything. So 4868 out of 1320. I am wondering whether I need how I add water and things. 4861. Alright, so it looks like it does take from the water tower, even if it's outside. So that's fine. I can just have those big guys outside. That's no problem. Okay, let's put a few more bits in. I don't know, to see what I can do about a greenhouse. That'll be interesting, won't it? Okay, so maybe along this wall I could have things like this. Jewelry processing machine. Jewelry +2. So I could have a few of them in here and it would just increase my jewelry making prowess, but I can make anything I want. Kind of interrupting everything's. I am interrupting everything, but it's really cool and I don't care. Right, so I would say recyclers all together along here, maybe. I can have furnaces in the middle. I can ram things in here and then never come in here again and only interact with it from the outside as well. That is the nice thing about this. The more things I put in here, the better it's going to be. If I have room, I'll put other things in. Oh, you know what? The refiner? Don't know about that. Okay. It's getting late now, isn't it? It's getting late because it's taken ages to do this. Alright, let's go and put all the things onto my hot bar. Everything's going to be a mess after this, but I don't care. Right then. So I should have 5 furnaces at the moment. 5 recyclers. And most of them are civil. And they are all adding to the 16 smelting power here. There should be 20 smelting power. If it's more than 20 smelting power, it'll be because one of them is industrial. Let's have a look. 21 smelting power. So you get 1 extra smelting power for it being upgraded. Let's see, like, say something that I need to smelt on the industrial, like white copper, for example. I'm gonna have to get used to these, the smelting assembly. Does this mean I now don't need an assembly table? I don't think you used to be able to do things like this. Let's have a look. So if I wanted to make an electric kiln, required to make more. So I don't know whether it would send it to the assembly table outside, whether the assembly table is expected to be in here, or whether we don't need an assembly table anymore. I do not know how this works. So say I added that to the queue. Not enough materials. So it doesn't look like... Can I cancel that queue? Yeah. Materials returned to order box. Okay. This would be an ideal place to maybe put an extra tiny room on the side to keep my boxes in or something. Or even just a place to keep my boxes. Why do I keep coming out here? Ah, I didn't even need to be out here. What am I doing? I'm just trying to put things down right now. What more things do I have in my inventory? Right, so I've got a grinding table. Civil processor. Industrial machine tools. Industrial grinding table. Okay. It's now just putting things in different places. Okay, let's just put them down. Can I move them? Industrial machine tools. Industrial grinding table. It's definitely fitting in here. What am I doing? So where's my... Oh yes, I need a few things over here. I need my blender. Actually, I do need these things. Pick up. Ore refinery. Put that in my inventory. Blender. Chef's cooking station. Tea. Drying racks, I don't know whether I need those to go in. I'll check, but... I feel like these could go by the window, actually. Little cooking station. Okay, my little cooking station doesn't appear to go in here. My blender does, though. My ore refiner also won't go down in here. Okay. Good to know. So it looks to be only the things that will connect to this thing. So smelters, cutters, polishers, tailoring bench and my forging bench do need to go in there. My blender and my jewelry. Tailoring and forging. Where have I put those? I know they're around here somewhere. That's my chef's station. Did I still leave those outside then? Or did they go somewhere into this inventory? Oh yeah, tailoring and forging didn't come in, so sadly, ore refining and cooking need to be outside. Let me just see. So I don't even think the refiner or the let me see if the firepower generator goes in. Factory is low on water. No, that doesn't even go in. Okay. So they are actually meant to be outside, these guys. So I would build that into your plans. So let's pick up the forging machine. And the tailoring machine. Pop those in. Forging machine there, and maybe the tailoring machine on this side. Maybe even fit a second one. There we are, there's my factory. All done. It only took me about half an hour to set up, that wasn't too bad. And if I wanted a bit more stuff in, I could make this bigger, I could turn it around, I could do all sorts with it. But it's good enough for the stuff that I've got at the moment. So, you say to me, She-Lab, the next thing you want to try is a greenhouse, isn't it? I feel like we've cracked the factory now. So, if I was going to do a greenhouse, where would it go, is the question. Got this big old factory here now. It wouldn't need to be that big, would it? I'm just kind of thinking I like where Doodles and everyone is right now. I really like where they are. But I've got this whole big amount of space here now. Alright, let's move the... do some bits about, shall we? So let's move these to the side of the factory, because that kind of seems like a good place for them to go. Then let's move that guy, I would say, to the outside of the factory gates. Same with the refiner. So we just have all of these lined up around the outside that we couldn't fit inside, that wouldn't go in. To be fair, it isn't much that doesn't go in. What's that? Oh, my dew collector. Of course that won't go in. Right. And yeah, like I say, I don't know whether it's taking from the... I don't know how to... I don't know how to arrange things now so that I can fit this greenhouse in. Because now it's kind of all buildings. It's harder to tessellate everything. I kind of feel like Doodles and the chickens need to move. I kind of feel like my workshop needs to be bigger, actually. In order to get the greenhouse going. But I think all that needs to happen is Doodles needs to move, so let's see if we can move him. It might not look as good as it did before. There is room for him over here. In fact, there might still be room for a small greenhouse just where the chickens are. Even with him over here, I don't know. Yeah, and then all we'd need to move would be the chickens if we did it that way. The chickens go there. I wonder if I could just make the greenhouse be part of like my... Let's see. I could extend my house actually, couldn't I? So I could do factory. There's something behind there that needs to move. Sorry, that was annoying. Change size. Or 1 second. Let's undo if we can. Can we undo? We make an upstairs to the factory. Yeah, we could do that. I didn't even think of that. Man, why didn't I think of that? And then the chickens can go over there, and it'll be no problem. Let's just get rid of the roof. Boop. And then do a factory room on top of the factory. Alright. And then we set that as a greenhouse. We'll consume 1 greenhouse console. Back. Let's see if it put a staircase in for me. Gave me back half my stuff, so I'll have to put that all back down, but I can make it bigger if I don't have to have if the greenhouse can be on top. Yeah. Okay. The staircase takes quite a lot of space, so it'll all need expanding, I think. Because I can't fit anything in here. I probably can actually fit everything in here. If I squidge. It's doing a brilliant job of picking up on everything that I put down. There's actually loads of room in here, but I would just like to make this look nice rather than be all horrible. So let me see. The whole entire thing is just back-to-back plots of biocrust. Is that biocrust? What? I've been leveling up all of this biocrust this entire time. And I can have this. Put that like there or something, so it's a bit more accessible. Oh, so the greenhouse console can only go over there. Oh. kind of sucks. It's fine. So, energy to reserve. Stored water. So you don't need to water anything. It takes it straight out of the stored water. Okay, so I just stick fertilizer into it. And it just fertilizes itself. I don't have to put it down. Growth rate increased by 50%. Yield increased by 10%. You can grow it fast or grow it with extra yield. Weather effect, you get a season effect. Oh my goodness me. Well. So, I'm going to be picking up all my biocrust and taking that elsewhere. Goodness me. I feel like I want to mess around with the stairs. Can I mess around with the stairs, though, is the question. I can. But I won't for now. So if I go upstairs to the... It's getting late and I should rest. I'm going to need a second day for this, but... What is all this stuff? Like, seriously. Alright, so I can move the biocrust pieces around so that I can move the console. Except I can't then move the console, like... Can I destroy or retrieve a piece of biocrust, maybe? Oh no, did I retrieve all the biocrusts? Oh. What happened there? I now got a load of biocrust sat in my inventory? No. All I wanted to do was grow some stuff. What did I do? I didn't mean to retrieve it all. Not all of it. Okay, let's try putting back down the console. I'm a bit scared now that I've ruined my greenhouse. That's the exterior console. Where's the interior console gone? Exterior, exterior. Let me look outside of my mail. It might be there. I knew this wouldn't be easy though. Yeah, I think it's in my mailbox. That was silly of me. Right, I think we need to go to sleep now and I'll play around with the greenhouse a bit more in the morning. That's a massive amount of space for me to be planting my stuff. And that's going to save a huge amount of space if I don't have to do that. Let's sleep, 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 sleep. Some of my animals are not growing properly due to bad conditions. La 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 la. So they have to go outside still. There's a few things that do have to still go outside, but this building is going to save me so much space. Oh, Well, we've got a farewell to watch before we can carry on. We had a little bit of story. Saying goodbye to Pen. I love that plane. That's a really cool plane. I like it a lot. So that's the thing that happened. So yeah, I got a bit scared then because I retrieved the greenhouse console. And all of the biocross came up and I was like, ah! But I think it's just a case. I can put it where I wanted it here. It is just a case of you put it down the console and all of the biocrust comes back. So we're okay. It's fine. You need to retrieve it to move it though. Otherwise you can't move the console and it looks horrible. So there we are. Okay. I'm kind of thinking I want to move things around in here a little bit. So I kind of think I want the staircase along the back wall. And we'll kind of work around the staircase. So I don't know what staircase I want. There's a few different ones. There's ones that take a huge amount of space. And there's ones that just look a bit nicer in general. So like the wooden staircase, for example, there looks a bit nicer. I feel. We could have one like that. Just going up to the greenhouse upstairs. And that might look nicer just if I line things up alongside it a little bit. However, it does look a little bit more housey, doesn't it? It looks a bit more like this is a house. Also, not feeling like it's really quite big enough in here to have a staircase like that unless I increase the size on it a touch. I think we can bring this forward though. And give myself a little bit more space. Especially because most of these things now are going to be coming up. It took me ages to grow these though. I'm so annoyed. Maybe I'll keep my trees and dig up everything else. Certainly these biocrusts I don't need anymore. All that soil can come up. I don't need any of that. So that's all gone. I don't need it. It's taking up space when actually I'm just going to have space there for it. Don't need it. Those are still growing. So I don't know if I want to keep those for now and grow them, and or whether I just want to dig it all up and put it all into the greenhouse. My thoughts are dig it all up. Start again. I think it may have destroyed them. I don't think I'm getting the seeds back. Maybe I did get the seeds back. I'm not certain. So I think what I will do is I will grow new tea and coffee trees inside the greenhouse. But until they are ripe, I don't really want to get rid of these guys. So I'll find somewhere to pop them. I'm going to put the chicken back as well, because now I've had the idea, the amazingly awesome idea of just like sticking the greenhouse on top of the factory using height. I don't need to worry. It's all fine. It's all good. There's probably room for rabbits there and stuff now. Yeah. Awesome. I'll pop these trees over here. So now I don't need to move any stupidity around. Every time I want to rearrange my yard, I want to move the trees. I want to move all the... Yeah, the trees all move as one, so they're not too difficult to deal with. I could even put them like right next to each other, like this. That's all I've got then, in terms of outdoor planting. And like I say, I'll probably get rid of those once I start growing things inside there. But I do feel like I need a bit more space here, so actually, saying that, I probably want to move these a little bit further over. So that the... this is a big lot of moving today, but... So that the assembly table can be moved over, and so that then the factory can be made a little bit bigger that way. And in fact, there's no reason I can't have things like this along the house. Factory console. I don't think the greenhouse really needs to be any bigger than it is right now. So I could just have the factory a little bit bigger, but not the greenhouse. And that would be fine. It'd just accommodate the stairs a bit more easily. So just going to change the size on that and pull it forward. Because the greenhouse will just be a whole load of biocrust no matter what. So then I want to put some more of those windows on, don't I? So let's do some decorating. So it's quite nice because it's kind of in line with Doodles' pen. Or the other thing I could do is move Doodles around if I needed to, if I needed to make it any bigger than that. But I think we're good with the factory where it is, to be honest with you. So windows and doors and stuff. Windows. Look at a glass arch. These all fit so nicely for a factory aesthetic, don't they? Like, I never had a reason to put them in before, but I feel like, yeah, this is how my factory is. However, I think what I would need to do with this is, apparently if you press control, you can... Is it control? Someone was saying there was like a free-form placement for windows and things. Is it out, maybe? Doesn't look like there is, though. So I can either have like 2 of them, or have one that's slightly out of line, or have nothing at all. And my thoughts are nothing at all. Sunshade window. How does that somehow exactly fit in? Weird. But it does. It fits exactly in the middle. Okay, so let's go in, before I move all the stuff outside, you know, around and get it all looking pretty. I could probably have the refiner down the side now because it's such a bigger space there. So I got some letters from people today. Let's read them, shall we? Okay, so Sheilab, I had thought the sword would be a pittance to design, but I've had some slight run-ins with the laws of thermodynamics, and may need to extend the deadline by a bit. Nevertheless, I think you can expect results within the next 10 to 15 days, Chi. Okay, Vivi, I talked to Burgess about making a design for a minister hat. After a bit of research, I discovered there's no official Church of the Light minister hat, so I just made something up. Go, Vivi! She knows what the score is. We're all just playing along on this one, right? I wasn't sure, but I figured. Bless his heart. I really hope this works. Aww. But yes, I offered to make the hat. As you can see, it's a pretty simple design, but Burgess insisted it might be a bit high-tech for my equipment. Rather than argue with that kind of ignorance, I just sent him on his way. Pen, in the ruins, I hid my most powerful possessions. Well, hid is a bit of an overstatement. I put it in plain sight, just at the very bottom of the most deepest ruins I could find. Seemed good enough. If anyone might procure it, it would be you. I have a lot more confidence if you I'd have a lot more confidence in you, I think it's meant to say, if you'd managed to pick up the space punch like I always wanted. But that's neither here nor there. See you never, pen. Okay. Bottom of the most deepest ruins I could find. Oh, I got a brick, a copper stick, and some copper bars from my factory, apparently. Haven't even set it up yet, but I'm guessing some of the things I moved probably still had orders queued or something. So I picked up all the biocrust and things that I did have. I'm guessing things that hadn't gone all the way to biocrust didn't get picked up or something. I'm not sure. But if Zeke wants some biocrust now, he can have that. Okay, so I want to pick up the commission tracker and put it somewhere a bit more sensible, like in the middle there. So let's go in and see how I can rearrange this and make it look a bit nicer and stuff, and see if the stairs are in a good place. Okay, the stairs are in a not bad place, but they're not in a very good place either, because the actual factory itself, this is all a bit weird. The biocrust has gone a bit odd here. I may need to retrieve and put back down the greenhouse console once I'm finished messing around with things. But I've definitely got more space now, so I could do a few things with this. I definitely do a few things with this. So let's pop and put down a few things. Oh, okay. Will they still be attached to the console if I move them about? I hope so. So I'll pick that up and put it down. Industrial grinding table. Let's see if we've got... polishing 9. Yeah, so it still counts as 9 polishing. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm thinking is maybe now we would do rows of things, with the exception of maybe the blender, which I think I'm going to put by the stairs. So all the bits that don't have a pairing, so the forging machine, the blender, and the jewelry making machine, I'm going to put them by the stairs. And it looks like once they're in the factory, you need to fully pick them up to put them down in the factory. But once they're in the factory, I think they're okay to move about. So let's have a look. This has taken a while to set up, but I think it's going to be good once I have. So looking at it, tailoring, forging, blending, jewelry, yeah. Still got all the stuff I needed. That's fine. So let's start off with... I actually almost feel like I could get away with putting these this way around. Let's see. Let's see. Industrial recyclers. It'll be the first time ever. I'll put these under the windows, actually. Now it's big enough. I'm enjoying this. Oh, the tailoring machine. Ah, that needs to go in here as well. For now, let's put it here. Let's put the factory control board over by the door, which is where I always wanted it anyway. This is amazing. Like, all my stuff can just go in here and be great. Okay, so we will be able to once I've moved that guy. I've moved the civil processor. So I can have, like, processors here. Maybe. Not quite, really. I could do if I moved the console somewhere else. Oh, yeah, and obviously I can't really do then... Yeah, the under the window thing for the processors is maybe not ideal. Definitely having... And I'm only going to be able to fit 4 recyclers that way, aren't I? And not all 5 of them. So I think they might need to be on their side still. That's fine by me. I always knew that I would have to do a lot of mucking around to get this right, you know? I know that technically I'm not ever gonna, I don't think, have to pick things up from the recycler ever again. I don't know. I don't really know where things actually end up going. So I could have many, many more recyclers along there if I wanted to. And then a whole big row down the middle of furnaces. And I have my grinders along the wall. Grinders are actually smaller than processors. So, even the industrial ones. So, that might be the way around to do it, actually. But the processors on this side. But I really want the factory console in that particular place. Don't ask me why, I just do. I think it'll look good. I'll definitely have that there. Little tiny grinders on there. And if I wanted to, I could use another factory console to make another floor of factory. I'm pretty sure, but that might be getting a little bit too fancy. And sometimes if you get too fancy with things, things just stop working. So I don't want to get too fancy with things and them to stop working. But I think after I've placed all these neatly, we can have loads of room in here. Loads of room. Loads of room for extra furnaces if we want them. Extra recyclers if we want them. You know what I was saying? I think we could probably do with an extra recycler or two, but I just didn't want to, like, unbalance things. Well, I definitely think we could just, like, pop a 6th or 7th in, couldn't we? Also, the cubes are bigger now, though, so I might not even have to. Right, I'm thinking what I might want to do is just to move the blender somewhere else. We could have a whole load of blenders if we needed to. And the jewelry machine. I could still probably go in the corner here. And I could probably then still fit the tailoring machine in. No, I can't. That's frustrating. I think I can get it in the corner like that. Yeah. But I want to move it like, yeah, that way. That's the one. That is the one. And then I should be able to fit this in next to the stairs. And the forging machine goes there. And then the blender, I might give it some friends. Possibly. And we'll have lots of blending power. So we've got a row of furnaces. A row of machine tools, and where remember, we're getting all of this extra space from putting the factories in and the greenhouses in, right? Okay, but we have still got 2 yard upgrades. Yeah, so we could expand this still. Okay, I want to retrieve, now I've sorted out that, I want to retrieve the greenhouse. Oh, I want to move the stairs slightly, don't I? I've done all of that, and I want to move the stairs. No, before we do anything to the greenhouse then, let me move the stairs a bit forward so that they don't look so weird. The blender would fit in then, wouldn't it? So edit home, move the stairs, just a touch forward if I can. Why? Why won't it let me? Okay, let me move it that much forward. Why did it take everything out? That's so annoying. That at least gives you a little bit of turning space at the top there, but it looks like it won't go too far forward either. know, it's one of those things, isn't it? I'm gonna put the jewelry machine over there. Can I mess about with the stairs at all? Would different stairs be better? Manufactured staircase. Ooh, that is an awful lot smaller. Let's try that for a minute. A manufactured corner staircase. Oh, that's pretty. I love my corner staircases. And I'd be able to fit it, I think. In that particular corner, we need to go that way around. But I think I could cope with that. That gives me a ton more space. Gives me a lot less space for the greenhouse, but actually doesn't matter too much because what I could do is increase the size of the greenhouse outside. And I have a cool staircase in here. I really like that. I could even fit all my furnaces over there, look. Or can I? It takes all that space away. But is it worth it? Yes. So I think I can put things all the way up to here. Up to there, I think. So I could have lines along that way. I could definitely make this bigger later as well. There's 100% room for everything that we've already got. But it does make the greenhouse a little bit small. So, if I want that, I need to adjust the greenhouse. Oh, this is a big job, isn't it? Just working out how all of this comes together and works. Right, let's change size on this and increase the size of it. And we're just going to match it. No reason not to. And now we can see how out of line with everything all the windows are. Oh, no, that wasn't what I wanted. I want to go in and I want to change about all the windows. So they're actually in line properly with everything. So now I think that arch window might work. Let's see. Does the arch window work? It does! Yes. Now we just stick a roof on it, and it's kind of very square. But I don't really mind that too much. It's a very square factory, but it's a factory. At the end of the day, it is a factory. What I might want to do as well is put some more like these windows around the outside. Especially on the greenhouse part. Those in a silly place. Now I need to move them. They work so well on the factory, don't they? Just do that, and then I want some more on the side here. No, wrong one. Big wide glass windows. How did I do them over there? Right, okay, 2 and then window, and then 2 and then window. We did that, didn't we? Yeah, so we've got, that's actually quite cool. Then we've got a roof to put on. And a factory roof. Did I see that before? Oh, do I not have enough money? Please tell me I have enough money. And change size. And the pitch needs to be higher because... Can I pitch it? Come on. It's such a big roof, you need a bigger pitch on it. And that, my friends, is my factory. Apart from I missed 2 windows. Let's put those in. And I love how that looks. And I love that it didn't take me too much time. It did take 1 episode to get it set up. Now, I probably will expand it when the workshop expands. I've spent a lot of money making it, so that's put the expansion behind. Let me see. Windows. I always lose them. I always lose the windows. So, wide glass window. Just so it matches at the bottom. It looks pretty at night, doesn't it? Definitely. Gorgeous. Like I say, I'll get rid of those trees later once I've properly got the greenhouse going. But yeah, I've got my little living house and my little factory house. How cool is that? Let's get out of building mode and let's just see if anything got kicked out, because usually things do. Okay, the blender, the greenhouse thing, and the forging machine and the tailoring machine. Those were just from the staircase being put in. I totally love this. So, I'm not sure where stuff gets put and where I get it from. It may well be from my helper box, actually. So I can put these along here, I think. And the forging machine. And the tailoring machine could probably go here. Like this, that's the one thing with the stairs, is we're working around them a little bit. I think I'm missing something. I'll be able to see here if I'm missing something. No, I'm not. I've got everything. Okay. Oh yeah, the jewelry machine's over there. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to put the tailoring machine at the end of the... There we are. That's not a bad factory. Okay, let's go and sort the greenhouse out now. This greenhouse... Oh, doesn't that look... I know it's not the most... It's not the most efficient use of space having that staircase there, right? But doesn't it look nice going up into the greenhouse with all the windows and everything? Oh, I love this space. It's so nice. Okay, we can do this. Right, I need to start planting in here. Like how? How do I do this? Add. There's all my fertilizer in there. Probably need to put more. So, plant name. Do I just go into planting mode then and start putting things down? I think so. Yeah, so I just put things wherever I want up here, I guess. And it's not taking up my entire yard. My water tank apparently doesn't have any water left now. So this might be a bit of a thirsty thing. But I don't have to grow much up here, or I can grow loads up here, depending on what I want to do. My rose willow seeds. Grow those. They apparently have no water now. Now then, trees. I'm very interested in. I'm gonna grow a chestnut tree over there and see what I can do with it. Okay, so now I'm gonna just stick some water into my water tank. And apparently I have infinite biocrust when I'm in planting mode. So I think what I can do if I want to like sort of make it a little bit more split up, is I can, yeah, there we are, I can pick up the biocrust, or I can put down the biocrust however I want in here. I won't do it just now. We'll probably come in and do a bit of gardening and a bit of playing around with things. So if I want like a tree section over here that's like a load of 3x3s, and I just want to sort of make it very clear that that's the tree section, I could dig out this line here and then put all the trees just along by the windows or something. So that is how that works. Let's go and put some water in the water tank though. But that is how that works. Lovely. I'm so happy with this. Right, let's... Now then, I can put this here. I can put this here. I can still make things on my workbench if I want to. Just quickly build something there. Or I can just make them in the factory, depending on what I want to do. So you can never put the chef's cooking station inside, interestingly. My super dew collector over there as well, next to the refiner. And I think that's quite a nice looking place now. Everyone is struggling from a lack of water, so I'm just going to stick, I think, where I moved the water tank around, it may have caused issues, I'm not sure. Everything got moved around. Everything got a kind of a bit crazy. So, you're never going to have... Water tank has no water already? I just put 16 water. I just filled it. Is it trying to fill the... It's trying to fill the greenhouse, isn't it? So what I'm going to need to do in next episode, because we are at the end of this episode now, but we're at the end of this episode with a fully functioning factory. Yeah. And a fully functioning greenhouse and everything. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to end the episode. We're going to sort out our water woes a little bit. But I think the factory and the greenhouse is just drinking water. So I'll just stick in as much as I can do. And eventually it'll probably come to an equilibrium. I'm hoping. So that is it for today's episode. All about... Oh, my house is so nice as well. I'm so glad that I didn't have to mess it about too much to make the factory. Because I'm happy with my house. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.